Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the PlayStation LiveCast. Thank you so much for joining us. We just got out of this amazing keynote where we announced a ton of new stuff. We saw some great new games, and we saw an announcement for a game I'm personally very interested in. It's called Destiny: The Taken King. We're here with DeeJ from Bungie. Thanks so much for joining us, man.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for putting on a great show where we can interact with so many great people that love playing games. It's always great to get out there and do that.
You guys are great at interacting with people who play games. You're really good at that.
Yeah, well, these are people from our community right here in our front row in the beanbags. What's going on?
Yeah, so you just announced the Sparrow Racing League.
Yes.
Which sounds incredible. This is something that I remember when Destiny first came out and we were riding Sparrows around. The community said, man, what if we could race these things around? How cool would that be? Well, here we are.
We are.
Please tell me, what is the Sparrow Racing League?
Sparrow Racing League, I'm going to quote Crucible designer Derek Carroll, who said it best when he described Sparrow Racing League as a competitive, 6-player, free-for-all death race through enemy territory. So we have created a brand new playable activity in Destiny: The Taken King, and this is something that has been in no small part inspired by the community. I think the first time that somebody spawned a Sparrow and rocketed across the wasteland, there was that curiosity, you know, like who's the fastest? You know, who could win a race on one of these things? You know, it's just one of those basic human needs to compete and to, you know, like get that need for speed. And what we've done here is instead of just plotting some waypoints across the destinations that you know, we have created brand new racetracks, one on Mars, one on Venus, and we have created a competitive event. So there are gates that you can cross to get an instant boost. We've created all new Sparrows for you to collect. We've created race suits that you can acquire. I mean, it wouldn't be Destiny if you weren't getting loot drops at the end of a game.
Of course.
And we have created an event that you can share with your friends. You and 5 friends can race against each other, or if you don't have people to play with, you can invite other people to race you at will through matchmaking.
Matchmaking confirmed for the Sparrow Racing.
Matchmaking confirmed for the Sparrow Racing League.
Excellent. So yeah, we're looking at some footage of the Sparrow Racing League right here. Looks like a race on Mars right now. And yeah, it is clear that you guys did not just, you know, open up a patrol map and put a few waypoints down.
Yep.
This is a fully realized, like, actual racetrack situation.
Yep, there's hazards. Don't get chopped by those fan blades. You know, there's aliens on the landscape. There's bounties for killing aliens on the racetrack. The aliens are going to try to kill you. This isn't just a race, it's Destiny. There's danger, there's intrigue, there's baddies out there who want to blow you to bits. They're not just going to stand aside and allow you to have your fun. The Vex, the Cabal, the Taken, they're all there, and they all want to get in on the action.
So first-person shooters, racing games, 2 very different genres.
Sure.
Normally,
yeah.
How did the team at Bungie find making a racing game when they have all this experience working on a first-person shooter? Was it a challenge?
You know, as a longtime player of Bungie games, I have always loved the vehicular flair that a Bungie game brings to the shooter. That has actually been my specialty in Bungie games for a long time, so I am personally thrilled that there is a reason to get on a Sparrow and establish some prowess, and you can actually use it to win a game now. We have had racing variants in shooters for a long time. In terms of how that came to be in Destiny, like I said, we drew a lot of inspiration from the way players behave out in the world of the game. We've seen players improvise Sparrow races on patrols. We've seen players cross those invisible borders in playable spaces to game keys and sorts of things like that. You know what I'm talking about? So to see people traversing the landscape and to see who among them is the fastest, who's the quickest, and then to take that and add elements of danger, you know, to give them an opportunity to knock each other out of gates, you know, or strike a pose as they fly through the air. We just took it and made it a little bit more nuanced, a little bit more interesting, and then we've given them quests and bounties and challenges they can complete, things that they can do to rank up. When you first play Sparrow Racing, you're going to go get yourself a license and some quests and some bounties. Now, as always, Amanda Holliday in the tower is your vehicle quartermaster. So she is presiding over this event. So you go see Amanda, you check yourself in. That license that she gives you will upgrade over time. The more you complete her quests and bounties, the more you start acquiring new items in the post-game Carnage report, you're going to get better gear. You can equip that gear, you can infuse that gear, you can use that same gear to infuse other gear that you like.
Great.
As you rank up, as you do better in these races, it's going to drop at levels that are up to 320 light. So
wow.
A well-educated Destiny player knows that that is like raid endgame comparable.
Okay.
And if you're new to Destiny, this is a fun way to jump in and have some fun. but you're going to get good stuff that's going to make you as powerful as any other Guardian.
And then you can go do other activities dressed like a Sparrow racer, which sounds awesome to me.
People are going to strut their stuff in the tower. A lot of the Sparrow gear is vanity. You know, it's a racing suit, so you're probably not going to want to take it on a raid.
Okay.
But it's an opportunity for you to suggest to people that I'm the fastest.
I don't know, man. I've seen some crazy stuff.
Of course you have. Of course you have. You know, there are people out there. I mean, we had somebody solo Oryx
the other day. I saw that.
We
Yeah.
have people that put on blindfolds and finish raids by themselves. But for the common player, you know, for the player like myself, and you're used to putting on your very best stuff and using your very best weapons, you know, there is a reason to get into the Sparrow Racing League and acquire some gear that you can use to level yourself up.
Great. And there is a Sparrow that is exclusive to PlayStation players.
Yeah. So there's an exclusive quest in Sparrow Racing League to PlayStation players. That quest will get you an exclusive Sparrow. And there are a lot of different ways to get Sparrows in the game. People are going to come into Sparrow Racing League with Sparrows that are competitive, that are fast enough to hang. And then through these quests that we provide to players, you're going to get new Sparrows. Check them out. There's your exclusive right there, the black and blue one. Looks just like a PlayStation.
There you go.
Assuming you get the black one.
Time to upgrade my Time Breaker.
Yes, Time Breaker is going to be a pretty sweet thing to have if you've completed the Vault of Glass raid enough times to get a Time Breaker. But you can also check in with Eververse Trading because Tess is going to have some Sparrows that will also keep you on the competitive leading edge.
Nice. And on the note of PlayStation exclusive, since we were mentioning that,
yeah.
The next Iron Banner event, I understand, is going to have some goodies for us as well.
Indeed, yeah. Iron Banner is, in my opinion, one of the Crucible activities that gives you the sweetest looking gear in the game. You know, very regal, very badass. So Iron Banner will return in December. Cannot say yet which game variant that you're going to be using to compete with each other. But when Iron Banner returns, there will be a new and additional gear set made to you available by the Honorable Lord Saladin and dropping in the match in the post-game Carnage report after a game. So there will be the Iron Banner gear that you know and love, perhaps already own and have equipped, but then the players on the PlayStation will have an additional set of Iron Banner gear so they can mix and match and become legend, as we say.
Great. I love the focus on the kind of limited time events. It is really a cool thing to hop in and see something new happening in Destiny just out of nowhere, like the Festival of the Lost, which was recent, the Halloween event. That was a lot of fun. I actually picked up quite a few masks myself. I did end up getting that skull mask, thank goodness. That thing is really cool looking. What lessons is the team learning from these types of events? I know it's kind of a new thing for you guys.
It is. It is. Our goal is to make sure that the world of Destiny feels alive, that there are different reasons to come back to the game, that it is a world that reacts to you, a world that evolves and changes over time. And these events have been given us an opportunity to change the conversation inside the community. So when something like Festival of the Lost happens, people have a different way of expressing themselves creatively or going out and figuring out, how do I acquire these masks? How do I upgrade them so that they're permanent over time? The Sparrow Racing League will have a similar component where you're acquiring things that you're going to want to keep after the event is over, and in participating in the event, you'll be able to do those things.
Great.
And it's great when the conversation changes, when people have a new weapon to go and acquire, when people have a secret mission that wasn't, obvious to them at the outset of the game. When there are different things to do in Destiny, when there are different things to figure out, it gives the community different reasons to listen to each other and to play with each other and to decipher things together, figure things out together. And the live team's having a great time sort of springing these surprises on the players. You know, this year, in year 2, you literally never know what's going to happen in the world of Destiny. I think we've managed to take a lot of people by surprise with Sparrow Racing League, which is something they've asked for a long time, something we've been working on for a long time, and we just love the, the element of surprise to keep things fun, to keep people guessing.
At about what point did the team decide that they were going to take this crazy idea and turn it into a real thing?
God, I don't know exactly how long we've been working on this in earnest. Sparrow Racing League is something that we've been talking about ever since, we got the first player feedback from the pre-alpha. Like I said, the first time somebody jumped aboard their Sparrow, they said to us, I want to race these things. It's like, of course you want to race these things. Are we crazy enough to try that? But as
you guys
part
are pretty
of,
crazy.
It is pretty crazy. And I think once you get in there and play it, you realize it's not just a race. It's a struggle against good and evil, and like everything else in Destiny, it's an opportunity to become more powerful and to upgrade your character.
Fight the darkness on the track. Love it. So This is coming out December 8th.
This is coming out December 8th. It lasts for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
This is our winter holiday event. So all the way up to December 29th, you can get on the track, you can race your friends, you can earn some sweet new stuff, earn a sweet ride, earn some sweet gear, get a helmet, get a racing suit, stretch your stuff in the tower, get yourself a class item. Looking forward to getting a Warlock armband emblazoned with the Sparrow Racing League logo.
Yes, please. That's a sweet logo, by the way.
Yeah, I got a tracksuit,
Yeah, I love how you came here and you already have all those
I'm in
sweet Sparrow
character.
Racing League stuff.
Yeah, got to get into character.
Nice. So Sparrow Racing League for attendees, this is playable over at Bungie's booth. If you're here at PlayStation Experience, go check it out for yourself.
Yep.
If you win, you just might pick up one of these pretty sweet shirts that DeeJ brought over that I can't unfold.
Sparrow Racing t-shirt. So yeah, this is what we'll give you in the winner's circle.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead and throw it. Yeah. So come on downstairs to the booth, check us out. We got playable stations. Get your hands on a control, and let's see how fast you are.
All right, thanks a lot, DeeJ. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
Stay tuned to the PlayStation LiveCast. We've got a lot more content coming up. We're going to have lots more developer interviews. We're going to have more live gameplay. We're going to be live streaming all the panels. We've got so much great content coming up for you. Let's take a look at some Uncharted 4 multiplayer coming up here.
PlayStation